Hi everyone. We've arrived at the Collins River Trail. It's a 3-mile loop. Say it's moderate, although my All Trails calls it easy. So we're going to do this morning. Glad to have you with me. And Jake and I are going to be doing the trail this morning. Hopefully it's a good one, and hopefully this time you're going to be able to see the river as opposed to what happened when we were doing the Green River back at Mammoth Cave. Many of you commented that you actually couldn't see the river. So let's get going. As I said before, this is part of Rock Island State Park, and hopefully we're going to be able to see the falls and some other nice features. So hang in there. Hi again. I have an actual pair of hiking boots, and I think it's probably about time that I get them out and start to use them. This trail, as I said, was moderate. I can see why. It's kind of a single trail if you're a mountain biker. Not very wide, about a foot, 18 inches wide, and pretty root covered. However, the nice thing is it does border the Collins River, which you can kind of sort of see. Now that the foliage is out, you really can't see, so I'm hoping we get a lot closer to it than this. And there we go, on the trail again. Decisions. Cunningham connector or full loop. Now full loop is kind of scary, but on the other hand, I'm here to see the waterfall, and I don't know where the connector loop is going to, or Cunningham loop or connector is going to take me. So I think I'll do the full loop. Probably live to regret it, but that's what's happening. That's the decision. I'm going to take a wild guess as to why they float their piers. I know we do where I'm from in New England, because all the rivers are tidal, and I would expect that maybe because of the dam and because of the flood control, and they're sometimes opening the floodgates, that the level of water in the river may vary significantly. So that could be one of the reasons. As I say, I'm just guessing as to why they would insist on floating them. There's somebody just beyond the pier in their bass boat having a good time this morning. I apologize for the guide wires. This is a huge hydroelectric production area. Tennessee Valley Authority, some of you may recognize, they produce a lot of electricity down here around the dam. Once again, you can see these people take their boat docks very seriously. One over there can lift the boat right out of the water. All of them are 2 stories, some of them are covered. All of this right along the Collins River, which, like the Green River, is green, probably because of all the spring rain and runoff and all of that kind of thing. But a beautiful day and a beautiful sight. This walk has taken me through some beautiful country here, some beautiful forest land. It's right close to the river, which is nice, because there's leaves on the trees, which I never thought I'd complain about that. Sometimes the view is not as good of the river as I'd like. Probably the most remarkable thing I've seen thus far is the elaborate docks, the 2-story docks, the covered docks, and the fact that they float them right on the water, which I don't know why surprises me. The more I think about it, the more likely it seems that they need that ability to float up and down depending upon what the Tennessee Valley Authority or what the dam is doing as far as flood control is concerned. Sometimes they open the floodgates and sometimes they don't. Apparently it's a fairly common occurrence here, because there are signs, I've never seen these before, there are signs that say, if you hear the siren and you're swimming below the dam, get out of the water because you're going to die otherwise. There's, I guess, when they open those floodgates, the water just rips through there. There's lots of rocks and pretty sharp. I was talking to a young man the other day that said as a high schooler, they would swim down there all the time, and the rocks are jagged. So he said when they heard that siren, they got out of the water. Even as a dumb high schooler, they knew enough to value their lives. So it's a nice experience. Thus far, this walk has not been a disappointment. Here I am at the breast of the dam of the Collins River, and I forget the name of the little river that flows right into the Collins just before the dam. As you can see, as you stare at it, the far left-hand floodgates are open, and they're letting out some water, I guess, to regulate the height of the river. We've had 2 days of rain, so that may have something to do with what they're doing down there. But anyway, I regret that I can't get any closer to it, but at least we get to see some of it. Looks like there's some workmen out there on the breast of the dam as well. You used to be able to drive across it, but I guess that's long since gone. Decisions. I'm on my way back. I've decided I'm going to get in the car now and drive to some of these places where I know you can take a look at the falls. The full loop, that's the trail I've been on. Sounds scary. Cemetery Connector Trail, I don't know, but I think that's the decision I'm going to make, is take the connector trail, whether it's shorter or longer. And who knows, it might take me past an old cemetery, and that'd be worthwhile taking a look as well. So let's head off up the trail. I don't know. Waterfalls, sunsets, and M&Ms. I can't get enough of any of those. What we're looking at here is the Falls City Cotton Mill. It's right along the Caney Fork River, and today right along the highway. It was in operation from 1892 until 1902. It was the only cotton mill in all of Warren County. In 1902, the Great Flood. I'm getting all this information, by the way, from the placard on the side of the road. I'm not that smart. The Great Flood came and washed it all away. Primarily, the building was intact because it sits here pretty high on a bluff above the river, but its turbine got washed away and it did not open again. Just look how that river cut through that limestone, sandstone. Don't know what it is over there. But again, the Caney Fork River. Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's walk. The hike, Jake and I certainly did. We had a great time. I especially liked toward the end of the walk, we were able to go down and see some of the water features along the Caney Fork River. I certainly understand why they call it Rock Island. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place, and certainly have enjoyed my time here. Tomorrow, I've got something really neat in store. It was recommended by Nate and Marissa of Less Junk, More Travel. They've got a great YouTube channel that if you're not already subscribed to, if you're not viewing, you may want to take a look at. They're originally from Tennessee, although they're full-timing in their Airstream. And I told them that I'd be staying here at Rock Island and said in the vicinity, is there anything else I ought to see? And they recommended Great Falls Creek State Park. And talking to the campground host here, and he said, yeah, for sure, you don't want to miss that. That is one of the falls there is one of the tallest falls in the eastern United States, I guess east of the Mississippi. And I looked on a map today, and it looks like there's 4 different waterfalls over there, so it ought to be a nice, enjoyable walk too. So stay tuned, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And until then, take care.